It's telling me.
Oh, come on.
No. I gotta do it that way.
No.
I have to. Come have a look. Operation is locked. Rotate device back.
Oh.
It won't let me go.
Oh, fuck off, Dave.
It won't let me. Sorry, guys. Got a bit of an issue here. It won't let me rotate it the other way.
First and foremost, we're in Melbourne. Just make sure, is my microphone working? Can you hear me properly? Anyone?
We haven't got anybody there at the moment, but that's okay. Sorry, I was taking it off the stabilizer. I had it on.
Yeah. So we're in Melbourne. Right behind me is the original Victoria Barracks. This is where the Australian Army here in Melbourne was recruited from. This is where they come. So you've got all these old cannons at the front. You've got two over there that I can see. A third one, there's a third one over there. A fourth one. The cannons, there's about 4 of them over there. But this is the original Victorian Army Barracks from Melbourne. This is where the Victorian Army was at. So, Shay, why are we here?
Okay, we are here for, and follow me this way. Don't go too far. So this building up here.
This is the Shrine of Remembrance. This is the war memorial for respect for our fallen soldiers and also those that are currently still serving for our great country of ours in Australia. Yeah. Shay and I have never been here, always wanted to take Shay here. Always wanted to take Shay here.
We're just walking over here because by each tree along this, and we won't go to all of them. So
this is a light horse.
This particular tree is for the 13th Light Horse Regiments.
My great uncle Eli served the Light Horse Brigade on the charge of Beersheba back in 1917. I think it was 15, 17, around then.
And
the 800 horsemen.
And who have we got? We've got the
Light Horse.
Australian Light Horse Engineers. And it looks like all the trees along here have got these little plants.
Yeah, one over here, one over here.
And I think that's absolutely brilliant, don't you?
Yes. Now there will be a long form video that will be separate to this when we're actually inside. Okay.
The First Division Signal Company.
Yeah. Now I do have to tell a story, Shay.
Yep.
Last year, around about September last year, there was a protest here for C-19. If you want to know what that is.
Don't say it.
Yep. And this is where the Victoria Police and the riot squad fired upon the protesters late in the afternoon, right down here at the base of the shrine. I did a live show last year about it. And yeah, many people did see that live stream, and there was police everywhere. And it is what it is. But this is a very sacred ground. A very sacred ground. Anyone in the chat room there?
No, still no one there. But we'll just keep going. Even if people don't catch this live, we will keep going. So we won't be taking you inside with us.
No, because that's going to be a separate long form video.
Because it's going to get emotional for both of us, so we want to keep that.
So,
just us.
For those that don't know, my great uncle Eli served in World War I on the Light Horse Brigade. My stepfather's father, he served in Vietnam. My uncle Greg, he also served in Vietnam. I've got a cousin who's currently serving in the Navy in the Middle East. And you, Shay?
So my great-grandfather used to drive trains, and he drove trains during World War II. I believe he was in the army, but I'm not 100% sure. My grandfather was in...
Let all men know that this is holy ground. This is holy ground.
So my grandfather was in the Navy. He never saw the front line, but he was in the Navy, and he did do he worked at, he was a desk clerk, I think. But this, I mean, just the outside of this place is huge.
Oh, this is a glass, 4 of them.
Oh, little Bella, doing the thing. Alright, shall we head over this way? Because we've got a statue over here. We'll come to that. Sorry. Sorry, guys, I was pointing at something that we'll show you in a minute. But I want to see what they've got over here. So they've got the Australian flag, the Victorian flag. I'm not sure what the third one is.
Looks like it's the Air Force.
Possibly. I'm not sure.
It looks like it's the Air Force. I don't know.
This is what I was heading towards.
You got a police down here too.
Oh, that's normal. They're here. Apparently they're here all the time.
Are you allowed to walk on the grass?
Yeah.
Alright. This is a soldier here. Looks like it's a burial site.
Sorry.
This looks like the men and the donkeys over there.
Yeah, possibly. We're going to have a look at that. Can you remember that story?
Why does he look like he's on a cross?
I've got no idea. But I am curious.
The river.
The river.
Oh, the driver, sorry. The driver.
The driver.
The drivers and weepers.
Now, if you're able to get that, I'm not sure, but it gives you some information on this.
Why does he look like he's...
I'm not sure. We'll have to have, when we...
Sergeant Jagger. Belton request. 1937. That's World War II. That's World War II.
Now, I think this is... Now, it's over here.
I think it is Samson and the donkey.
Yes. Now, do you know this story? How well do you know this story?
Huh?
How well do you know the story?
He was a first aid soldier, always picking up the wounded on his donkey. But there's a myth behind it. Apparently there's a myth. And then the other side.
Old man with the donkey, and that's QR code for it.
Yes, Simpson, John Simpson. After landing at Gallipoli, Simpson with his little donkey worked the line day and night, taking water to the front line and carrying the wounded back to the dressing stations. He and his donkey was killed by a shrapnel shell on the 19th of the 5th, 1915. Simpson was mentioned in dispatches by Sir Ian Hamilton, Commander-in-Chief of the Mediterranean Expedition Force. So that's Simpson and the donkey, not Samson. I thought Samson, but Simpson. A little water fountain. The Man with the Donkey, Gallipoli, April 25th and to May 1915, in commemoration of the valour and compassion of the Australian soldier. This is the entrance. We're going over to the...
We will be going over there, but this is the visitor centre.
Yep.
I think we'll do... Can you do a full lap around the place?
Huh?
Can you do a full lap around the outside?
Yeah, I can, but I want to go down here first. Or you want to go to the Eternal Flame?
Yes, we'll go to the Eternal Flame. We've got another large statue over here, which right in front of it has got the Eternal Flame, which is where we're heading.
This is where the police shot right on the footsteps here late in the afternoon last year at the protest, and they all went everywhere.
But it's scattered.
It was right here. People got shot down here, down on the footpath down there on the right. People got shot over to the left. This is the Eternal Flame.
Eternal.
External Flame.
Eternal.
Whatever. World War II Memorial. Eternal Flame. Cenotaph at the flagpost and forecourt represents a memorial to those men and women who served in the Second World War.
And
My respects.
And it doesn't go out.
This is the Royal Australian Navy, I think. The Atlantic, the Mediterranean, the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, Indian Ocean, Java Sea, Coral Sea. Yeah, that's the Royal Navy.
Yep. And I think we got all three.
No one's on the chat room.
Yeah, that's okay.
Military, Australian military force. Borneo, Pacific Island, New Guinea, Malaya, Syria, Egypt, Libya, Crete, Greece.
And then this is the Air Force.
United Kingdom, Europe, Atlantic, Middle East, East Indies, Southeast Asia, New Guinea, Southwest Pacific. So that's the shrine. Do you want to go around the back, do you?
Yeah, we can walk around.
Yeah.
Just cut across here.
This is, well, I don't want to go on the grass.
Yeah, just cut across.
But this is where the people got shot last year from the police at the protest. They're all scattered. Some went that way, but most of them went down this way.
So we are at the shrine.
We're actually going in there.
We are going in there. That's another video.
That's another long form video, separate video.
Now, this place He's in Victoria. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid people.
This is a garden courtyard. You can actually go in.
Yeah, you got to go in the other way though.
This is where the people ran when they got fired by the police. The police came up and it started a fire up here as well. And they came all the way down the back here. People ran that way. Lest we forget. We're actually going in.
Yes, and you can go up the top too. So we will do that, but it's
We are going up the top.
a different video.
We are going up the top.
And then you've got more stuff going on over
We've got someone in the chat room.
And this is just some of the gardens around the place.
Who's in the chat room?
The grey stage.
G'day, Greg. Greg, this is where the protest was last year when the police fired upon the protesters. It's right here. I did a live stream late in the afternoon. The police upon the protesters and they all came down this way. They pushed them this way. And we're actually here almost 12 months to the day after that protest. We're actually going in that building as a separate live stream. Oh,
no, it's not a live stream, it's a
long form.
Long form.
There's
another
a terrace courtyard.
There's a lot of these.
There's a lot of trenches underneath. It looks like a Roman cathedral, doesn't it?
It does.
Please share.
The protest was for what I called the spicy flu.
C19.
Or they called it C19.
Remember, Melbourne had the worst lockdowns in Australia and they were protesting against the lockdowns and all that. And they had a protest at the front. But late in the afternoon that day, the police started to fire upon the protesters at the front of this place.
So we're at the back at the moment.
This is the back. You want to go up?
No, keep going around.
You go around?
Yeah.
I did a live stream on it last year on another channel. But this is a very sacred place. This is where we pay respect to our fallen soldiers that served our great country and those that are currently still serving for our great country.
Yeah, kind of creepy, but again...
I can't see the comments.
No, I can see the comments, that's all right.
Shay's got the comments, guys. I'm walking beside her. How's the microphone working? The microphone working great? This is our first live stream, actually.
Here, when I get out of the... When I get into the shade, hang on.
You go there.
Okay, we got the Shrine of Remembrance Education Centre.
You want to get educated, to learn about the history of Australia, you go on there. Yeah, the microphone working great, you're good. Please share this. Please give us a thumbs up.
Just going this way for a second. Trying to work out where to go. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was working
This monument was erected by a grateful people to honour the memory of those men and women of Victoria who served the Empire in the Great War of 1914 to 1980. The Great War was World War One.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure all that the brickwork came from overseas.
Possibly.
Do not quote me on that.
No.
Yeah, that's the governor's house. I'm not sure.
No, that's something else. Oh, that's Botanic Gardens. All right.
So Greg's in that we're going around the front so I can tell the story a little bit better.
No, come over here.
Why?
Because I'm in the shade and I can see it better.
See what? What do you want to see?
No, just in general, I can see the whole thing better. Alright, you got anything else?
Yeah, I'm going around the front. I want to tell the story to Greg a bit. So showing where the actual protest was last year. The protest was against the lockdowns and the mandate that the Victorian government put on it, because Victoria had the longest and the most restrictive lockdowns predominantly in the world. And back in Adelaide, I was doing a live stream on the protest, and late in the afternoon in one of those protests, a situation unfolded right here, and I'm taking you guys to that spot right now.
Apologise for the noise. They've got two pillars, I guess you call them, on either side that they're...
So where I'm currently standing right now, there were police here, right? There were police here. They just surrounded, but this is the front of the shrine, right? So you had protesters on this hill here. You had protesters up the top here. You had protesters on there was a truckload of protesters. You had protesters on the stairs here, but the police were all at the front and they were pushing closer to the front here. So, no, come here. How's that?
So this is...
The south.
Hang on. Let me go around so you guys can...
We're in the south of Melbourne at the moment.
There we go. So you had protesters here and up here.
Well, I can explain it better here. Just go there so you can see me. So, right behind me is the Shrine of Remembrance. This is where we pay our respect to our fallen soldiers.
You stay there. I'm just going back.
This is where the fallen soldiers that we pay our respect, and those that are currently still serving. So about September last year, there was a massive protest here against the restrictions and whatnot that the Victorian government placed. And this is where they came. Late in the afternoon, police surrounded this place. There was police over near the flagpole, all along here, coming forward, all along here. They was just pushing up. The protesters were sitting on those stairs, up on the hill, just about there. Around about 5:30 in the afternoon, the police started to fire upon the protesters with rubber bullets, tear gas, anything you can name off, right? And they fired this way. Most of the protesters, some went down the back, most of them went this way. The police came forward, they went up on the brick here, and they went around the back here, and they went around the side. And this is what I was doing the live stream last year from Adelaide. All the protesters just disintegrated. But most of the protesters went to the right-hand side and went onto the main road that runs parallel on that side. Now, this is the sacred place. But as you can see, the city of Melbourne is down there, and that's where the police came from. They came from the city all the way up here, and they just surrounded this place for hours. They were actually here for about 6-7 hours before the police started to shoot upon them, about 5:30, because they put a move on order. So this is a sacred place. This is where we pay our respect for our fallen soldiers and those that are currently still serving.
Alright, so we're about to sign off.
We're about to sign off because we are doing another video for a long form for an episode inside the shrine. And we are going to get a bit of a history lesson for everybody, including ourselves, inside there.
Yeah, because it's something we wanted to do for quite a while.
Now tonight, Shay, We're going to the football!
Tonight we are going to be over that way.
To the MCG. We're watching Collingwood versus Carlton. Carlton! But anyway,
You can't
and
not tell me.
tomorrow night we're going to a wedding and a birthday in one.
Yes.
So, beautiful weather. We thought it was going to rain today. So,
No, it's not like Melbourne doesn't have 4 seasons in one day.
yeah. Yeah. But please give us a thumbs up, smash the like button, share this video. This is the holy ground where we pay our respect for our fallen soldiers that serve and that those that are currently still serving this country called Australia and New Zealand. We're signing off. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye guys.